Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast on YouTube. If you know me fairly well, outside of like the Kirby's and the Dickos and, the comic artists are famous for superhero stuff. Two of my favorites are Rick Veitch and Peter Bagge. Rick Veitch, I got into thanks to Swamp Thing, and then, his other stuff, Maxi Immortal and Brat Pack and, all that stuff. Whereas Peter Bagge discovered him through neat stuff. Thank you, Gulf Coast Comics. I wish I could remember the owner's name. He was such a great comic shop owner. And then, I read Hate, and then, and I've kind of fallen out of following Peter Bagge now because I just don't buy new comics anymore. But recently, I was at a comic shop, Comic Commander up in Ridgeland, Mississippi, give them a look. And pretty much anytime I'm digging through cheap bins and I find issues, because I own all 30 issues. I'm getting ready to probably go ahead and drop the $100 and get the complete Hate hardcover coming out from Fantagraphics. I'll date when I'm filming this, but fuck it. But anytime I find them in the cheap bins, I rescue. I call it rescue missions. Because I know in the area I'm in, not too many people are going. The people that would love Hate aren't going into comic shops. Or don't know about them. They're not going to pick it up. Because they're like, oh, Hate? That's a stupid title. So I was digging through the cheap bins of Comic Commander and I saw this like, oh, Hate issue 16, the first color issue. And when I found out it was only $1, I was like, I gotta grab it. So this is Hate. Look at that. Piss off the squares by reading Peter Bagge's Hate. For mature readers, $3.95 in Canada, $2.95 in the States. Just try to act normal. And that's Buddy Bradley and there's Lisa. Dogs barking. And what is this? Is Fantagraphics. The first 15 issues of Hate, Buddy was living, he's from New Jersey, so New Jersey suburb. He moved to Seattle. When Hate started, he was in Seattle. He had his roommates George and Stinky, Leonard the Love God. And after a while, they all moved out. He ended up living with Lisa. And stuff was just not going his way. So he's like, fuck it. I'm moving back to New Jersey. Lisa came with him. He moves him back in with his mom. And the first 15 issues of Hate were black and white. Well, Hate started selling really well. For an independent title, it was selling. It's probably the best thing, biggest seller Fantagraphics had besides maybe Love and Rockets. And they're like, hey, let's do it color. And Peter Bagge's like, okay, that's a good idea. Let's do it in color. And I like to add some stuff to the back. Make it more like a magazine where you got the comic, you got some articles and stuff like that. So let's see what we got in here, everybody. We got Junior in the... Okay, this is published 5 times a year, which I don't think it ever came out 5 times a year. This is fall of 94. There's Junior cleaning the house, and he's getting ready to kill himself. Meet the folks! And by this time, you have Peter Bagge doing the art and everything, but the inks were a Jim Blanchard, and I want to say Peter Bagge's wife was doing the colors. So Buddy and Lisa are staying with Buddy's mom. She's newly divorced. His sister is out of the house, and his little brother is a pain in the ass. I love this bit right here. Lisa's playing with, I want to say it's Buddy's sister. It's been a while since I read this. Tells her clothes right, yeah. And he starts rubbing dog shit in her hair. And yeah, Buddy's inside talking to his sister, Babs, who has a couple of kids. She got the one crazy kid that sits in the closet doing crazy shit. And she has a daughter. And Buddy runs into his old buddy Jay, who's a junkie now. And Buddy ends up, thanks to Jay, Buddy ends up finding him a career that works for him. By the time the series ends, Buddy is running a collectible store. He lives above it with Lisa. They have a kid. And what the neat thing about Hate was basically, the first 15 issues are pretty autobiographical. Peter Bagge, a few years before he started doing Hate, had left Jersey and moved to Seattle and got there right before the scene blew up, right before, the grunge scene blew up and all this stuff was going on. And he kind of was chronicling that. Now, I don't think he ever moved back to New Jersey. I want to say he still is. He lives in Seattle or in California. I'm not exactly sure. But this is one of those very Generation X, very 90s. If you remember Generation X and grew up, were hitting your late teens, early 20s, and the early 90s, this will speak to you. Especially if you're not one of the jocks or one of the cool kids. You know what I'm saying? If you're the guy who's walking down the hallway with a pair of earphones on, listening to the fucking Pixies or the Replacements or, the Ramones, where everybody else is, jamming out to, like, Hootie and the Blowfish, and wearing their fucking Bugle Boy jeans and their $50 Guess t-shirt, and you got on, like, some concert shirt, some beat the hell up work pants, and and probably a flannel because it's a little bit chilly. You know, you'll understand hate. He's up there with Buddy. Oh, and I love this part. Let me go back. Attention all bean eaters. Line up for the poot burning display. The what? I guess we're about to find out. That's me. I'm participating. Have the lighters ready, set, and go. Whoosh. Fart floosh. Wow, it's beautiful. Awesome. Bonk. Got one. What's the big deal? Sorry, man. I couldn't resist. You look like a bunch of sitting ducks up there. But it ends up falling off the fucking roof, and his pants catches on fire, and they pour beer on and put him out. And Buddy goes to visit his dad in the hospital. I feel like shit, that's why, because I got cancer, okay? Those goddamn quacks don't know what is wrong with me either, so what else could it be? Everybody's got cancer these days. Why should I be spared? You remember Chuck Thompson's old man Nate, don't you? Well, the doctors keep telling him that all he had was indigestion. Turns out his insides were malignant from his neck to his rear. By the time they found out, it was way too late. He was history. Your buddy's dad was a real piece of work. And then we got palaver pages, which is just Peter explaining why, he did this. And okay, they hadn't started it yet, but after, Selwyn Harris would have an article about crazy stuff. And it's Mike McFadden now. Selwyn Harris was a pen name taken after 2 porno theaters. Dame Darcy, just all kinds of great stuff. It's fucking hate, man. And they merchandise the fuck out of hate. Hats, lighters, postcards, buttons. All this stuff. This is great. Girl Talk with Lisa and Valerie. Valerie was Buddy's first girlfriend. We got the rich girl that was trying to piss off her parents. So she was dating Buddy. You know what I despise? The word vagina. Wouldn't you think they could come up with something better than vagina? I agree. Although all the slang words for it aren't much better. No kidding. Snatch, twat, cunt, pussy, box, gash. I like pussy, though. That one's kind of cute. I wonder how that one got started. I'm not sure about it. Total comes from the word poisson, which is French for fish. Fish, yuck, I'm insulted. Of course, I'm not even going to mention the worst term of all. Which one was that? Cunt? Wait, you already said that one. You know which one I'm referring to? It's J.A. J.A. What's the headset stand for? Junior Achievement? Very funny, Lisa. I'm not trying to be funny, Valerie. I just want to know what J.A. is. If you don't know, then consider yourself lucky, but there's no way I'm going to tell you. But you have to tell me, because I have no idea. No idea what you're talking about. I need to know what this J stands for right now. That's right, I'll whisper it to you. It's jungle area. First I realized, I don't get it. And then somebody's like, bush, you dumbass. I'm like, That's hate. I love Peter Bagge. Anybody out there watching this, if you need this issue of hate, let me know. It don't cost shit to mail a comic inside the United States. I will mail it to you and you can have it. Because I got more than one copy of this. I just bought this to rescue it. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Remember, if you did, give me that thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.